My name is Bill Haley for the government reform called Competitive Currencies. I want to change how we do currency in America to where we have about a dozen different currencies, actually per state, and then that means 600 to 1,000 or so currencies throughout America, each one being fully backed up with money, so each one has its own base of assets backing up the currency that they have to they're putting out there, and it has to match. So let's go to this one. Inflation is not possible under the system called competitive currency through the structure I created here. I have about a dozen bullet points, but on my website I go a little bit more in depth, where we probably have well over 100 different bullet points and a lot of explanation of how each one works. But the couple dozen bullet points are just you have to have 100% backup for your currency. We will have a unified central currency. That's all going to be digital, by the way, and anonymously digital, by the way, a requirement by the law that you can have a anonymous digital account. And then the paper and coin will be the average of all of the currencies. So you average up the 600 to 1,000 different currencies out there, about a dozen per state, let's say. So each one has its basic currency. Now you can pick any of the ones throughout all of the United States. If you're an American, you can pick, you don't have to pick the one that's within your state. So if you live in Virginia, you can pick the one from California or Washington State or Alaska or whatever. Each one has its base of assets. Those base of assets can be anything that they want to. Now there will be a certain amount of requirements that they are legitimately valued. So there will be a way of determining whether they are legitimately valued, be on the open stock market and the like. But hey, loans can be part of it because they have value. Those are bought and sold all the time. Bonds, stocks, precious metals. There's a lot of things that can be there. So the operations of the currency, I go through it. Again, you can only put out the dollar amount of currency based off the off your assets, and you have to keep on going back to each unit of currency has to match every other unit of currency, the value of every other unit out there. So all 1,000, or let's just say 1,000 right now, all 1,000 currencies, their unit values have to be the same, which is the average of all of them. So the average would be called the back dollar, the PD, and so that's how that would work. There's a lot more bullet points right there, a lot more explanation on my website. I have a lot of videos out there, one about 50 so minutes that really goes through the whole 9 yards there and gives you the operations and how to have the operations of the currency, how you have the average, how that works, one standardized unit. So that's what, you're not going to have the store saying this currency would be $105 for this out of this currency and 200 out of another currency. They're not going to have exchange rates. They have to keep on averaging together, and there's a way to do that. A lot more to see on Haley2024.org. There's 2 different pages on there done a tad bit differently. One more by itself, the current competitive currency, and one more that's more comprehensive with the other government reforms within Haley 2024. So please consider a donation to this movement. I want to have a more, I know a lot of people are sick and tired of inflation, and this is a way to get out of that and put our country on a better pathway. Government's not going to be able to spend money through inflation anymore, and that's another big benefit of that. It's going to restrict government from growing, and actually they're probably going to have to shrink to do this. Anyway, until the next video.